Hello viewers, this is Dynamic Educational Hub channel. This is a channel where I simplify the complex concepts in physics, chemistry and mathematics for you. If this is your first time of coming across my video on YouTube, kindly subscribe to my channel and click on the notification icon as shown. In my previous video, I've explained the basics, the rudiments of multiplying two matrices together. Now in this video is a concluding part of the former video. If you haven't watched the former video, kindly go and watch the former video. We are going to look at proper calculation examples on 3x3 matrix versus 3x3 matrix, 2x2 matrix versus 2x2 matrix, and 2x3 matrix versus 3x2 matrix. Example which we are going to solve: if A is this and B is this is A, this is B, find, the first question is BA, this multiplied by this. The second question is AB, this multiplied by this. And the third question is 2AB squared. Now we find the square of this and then we expand it. This is scalar multiplication. We have a constant. Now let's solve the first question. We want to find the value of BA. This is the B, this is the A. Don't forget, multiplication operation is not commutative. BA is different from AB, so that is why you have to be careful. B multiplied by A, this is B and this is A. Now you pick the row of the first matrix versus the column. And the first thing we have here is minus 1 multiplied by 1, minus 1 multiplied by 1, plus 2 multiplied by 3. Lastly, we have plus 4 multiplied by 6. What we have here. We move to the next column. We have minus 1 multiplied by 2 here, plus 2 multiplied by 3 here, plus 4 multiplied by 5 here. We move to the next column. We have minus 1 multiplied by 4 here, 2 multiplied by 3 here, and 4 multiplied by 7. 4 multiplied by 7. We are done with the first row. Then we move to the second row. We have minus 3 multiplied by 1 here, 3 multiplied by 3 here, plus minus 5 multiplied by 6 here. Move to the next one. Minus 3 multiplied by 2 here, 3 multiplied by 3 here, and minus 5 multiplied by 5 here. Move to the third column. We have minus 3 multiplied by 4 here, 3 multiplied by 3 here, and minus 5 multiplied by 7 here. Finally, we move to the last. Then we pick 5 multiplied by 1 here, plus 0 multiplied by 3 here, plus 0 multiplied by 6 here. Move to the next column. We have 5 multiplied by 2 here, plus 0 multiplied by 3 here, plus 0 multiplied by 5 here. Finally, this column, we have 5 multiplied by 4 here, plus 0 multiplied by 3 here, plus 0 multiplied by 7 here. Now we solve this. We finish solving this. We have minus 1 multiplied by 1, minus 1, 2 times 3, 6, 4 times 6, 24. What we have here, minus 1 times 2, minus 2, 2 times 3, 6, 4 times 5, we have 20 here. For this guy, we have minus 1 times 4, minus 4, 2 times 3, 6, 4 times 7, 28. We move to the next row. Minus 1 times 3, minus 3, 3 times 3, 9, minus 5 times 6, we have minus 30. This minus 3 times 2, we have minus 6, 3 times 3, 9, minus 5 times 5, minus 25. Move to this one. 3 times 4, minus 12, 3 times 3, 9, minus 5 times 7, minus 35. Move to the last row. 5 times 1, we have 5, 0 times 3, 0, 0 times 6, 6, 5 times 3, 5 times 2, we have 10, 0 times 3, we have 0. 0 times 5, we have 0. 5 times 4, we have 20. 0 times 3, we have 0. 0 times 7, we have 0. We compute all these answers. The first one, we are going to have 29, 24. Let's see. Minus 1 plus 6, that gives us 5. 5 plus 24, 29. Minus 2 plus 6, that gives us 4. 4 plus 20, 24. Minus 4 plus 6, that gives us 2. 2 plus 28, we have 30. Minus 3 plus 9, that gives us 6. 6 plus times minus, here is minus. That's 6 minus 30, 24. Minus 6 plus 9, that gives us 3. Plus times minus, here we have minus. That's 3 minus 25, that gives us minus 22. Sorry about that. Minus 12 plus 9, that gives us minus 3. Minus 3 plus times minus, that's minus. Plus times minus, minus. Minus 3 minus 35, that gives us minus 38. 5 plus 0 plus 0, 5. 10 plus 0 plus 0, 10. And 20 plus 0 plus 0, 20. We are done with the first question, BA. Now let's check our answer. This is the value for BA. Let's see if we are going to get the same thing with AB. The second question asks us to find AB. Now you have your A first, then you have your B next to it. Don't forget row versus column. Now let's pick it. First one, 1 times minus 1 plus 2 times minus 3 plus 4 times 5. Next one, 1 times 2 plus 2 times 3 plus 4 times 0. So we have here. Then to the third column, 1 times 4 plus 2 times minus 5 plus 4 times 0. We have here. We are done with that. To the next row, we have 3 multiplied by minus 1 plus 3 multiplied by minus 3 plus 3 multiplied by 5. We also have 3 multiplied by 2 plus 3 multiplied by 3 plus 3 multiplied by 0. We have 3 multiplied by 4 plus 3 multiplied by minus 5 plus 3 multiplied by 0. Finally, to the last row, we have 6 multiplied by minus 5 plus 5 multiplied by minus 3 plus 7 multiplied by 5. Here. To this, 6 multiplied by 2 plus 5 multiplied by 3 plus 7 multiplied by 0. We have here. Lastly, we have 6 multiplied by 4 plus 5 multiplied by minus 5 plus 7 multiplied by 0. We have here. And the next thing is to compute our answer. The next thing is to compute our answers. Let's see how to solve that. Now we have 1 times minus 1, that gives us minus 1. 2 times minus 3, that gives us minus 6. 4 times 5, that gives us 20. And 1 times 2, that gives us 2. And 2 times 3, that gives us 6. 4 times 0, that gives us 0. Move to the next one, which is 1 times 4, that gives us 4. Plus 2 times minus 5, that gives us minus 10. 4 times 0, that gives us 0. Move to the next row, which is 3 times minus 1, that gives us minus 3. 3 times minus 3, that gives us minus 9. 3 times 5, that gives us 15. Move to this one, which is 3 multiplied by 2, that gives us 6. 3 times 3, that gives us 9. 3 times 0, that gives us 0. And to this one, 3 times 4, we have 12. 3 times minus 5, we have minus 15. 3 times 0, we have 0. Lastly, we move to the last one, which is 6 times minus 1, minus 6. 5 times minus 3, minus 15. 7 times 5, we have 35 here. And to this one, we have 6 multiplied by 2, that gives us 12. 5 times 3, 15. 7 times 0, 0. Finally, we have 6 multiplied by 4, that gives us 24. 5 times minus 5, that gives us minus 25. 7 times 0, that gives us 0. Now we have to compute our answer. The first one is minus 1 plus minus 6, that's minus 1 minus 6 plus 20, that's 13. We have 2 plus 6
plus 0, that's 8. We have 4 plus minus 10, that's 4 minus 10. That will give us minus 6. Minus 6 plus 0, and that's minus 6. Minus 3 plus minus 9, that's minus 3 minus 9 minus 12 plus 15. That gives us 3 or plus 3. We have 6 plus 9, 15 plus 0. That will give us 15 that we have over here. We also have 12 plus minus 15, that's 12 minus 15 minus 3. Minus 3 plus 0, minus 3. Minus 6 plus minus 15 minus 6 minus 15, that's minus 21 plus 35, that is 14. We also have 12 plus 15, that's 27 plus 0, 27. 24 plus minus 25, that's 24 minus 25, that is minus 1. And that is going to be our answer.
Look at number 3. Number 3, the questions asks us to find 2ab squared. So the first thing is we must find the value of ab squared. This ab squared. After that, that is when we can now find 2ab squared. Now let's find ab squared. To find ab squared simply means we have ab multiplied by ab. Don't forget that we have solved the value of ab in the
second question.
We have solved ab, and this is what we have gotten for ab. Now we now have ab squared. So we have our matrix ab multiplied by another ab, the same matrix. And let's solve it. We have the row against the column. The first one, we have 13 multiplied by 13 plus 8 multiplied by 3 plus minus 6 multiplied by 14. We move to the next column. We have 13 times 8 plus 8 multiplied by 15 plus minus 6 times 27. We move to the next one. We have 13 multiplied by 6 plus 8 multiplied by minus 3 plus minus 6 multiplied by minus 1. What we have here, we are done with the first row. Move to the next row. Column, we have 3 multiplied by 13 plus 15 multiplied by 3 plus minus 3 multiplied by 14. We have it here. We move to the next column. We have 3 multiplied by 24 plus 15 multiplied by 15 plus minus 3 multiplied by 27. Move to this one. We have 3 multiplied by 6 plus 15 multiplied by minus 3. What we have here, plus minus 3 multiplied by minus 1. What we have here. We are done with that. Let's move to the last row. So the last row against the column, we have 14 multiplied by 13 plus 27 multiplied by 3 plus minus 1 multiplied by 14. We are done with that. Move to the next one. We have 14 multiplied by 8 plus 27 multiplied by 15 plus minus 1 times 27. We are done with that. Lastly, we move to this one. We have 14 multiplied by minus 6 plus 27 multiplied by minus 3 plus minus 1 multiplied by minus 1. Now let's compute this value. Yes. First one, 13 times 13, that gives us 169. 8 times 3, 24. Minus 6 times 14, that gives us minus 84. Move to the next one. 13 times 8, 104. 8 times 15, 120. And minus 6 times 27, we have minus 162. 13 times minus 6, minus 78. Plus 8 times minus 3, that's minus 24. Minus 6 times minus 1, that gives us 6, or plus 6. We have 3 times 13, 69. 15 times 3, 75. Minus 3 multiplied by 14, that gives us minus 42. Move to the next one. 3 times 8, that gives us 24. 15 times 15, 225. Plus minus 3 times 27, minus 81. To the next one, the last one for here. 3 multiplied by minus 6, we have minus 18. 15 times minus 3, minus 75. Minus 3 times minus 1, that gives us 3, plus 3. Lastly, we have 14 times 13, 182, plus 27 times 3, 81, plus minus 1 times 14, that gives us minus 14. 14 times 8, 112, plus 27 times 15, 405, plus minus 1 times 27, minus 27. Then lastly, we move to this. 14 times minus 6, minus 84, plus 27 times minus 3, minus 81, minus 1 times minus 1, that gives us minus. That gives us minus 1 times minus 1, that gives us 1. Finally, let's compute this answer If you solve this question, we are going to, if you add all these together, we get 109. And go ahead and add all this, we get 62. Go ahead and do it. Do this one. That is how to solve multiplication. Now, this is not our final answer. The question asks us to find 2ab. Now, we've seen that this is the value of our ab squared here. Now, the next thing is to find the value of 2ab squared, which is our question. Now, 2ab squared simply means we have 2. Then you have your ab squared here. And this is our ab squared. 2 multiplied by this means scalar multiplication. You use 2 to expand this. Now, if you do that, we are getting this. 2 times 109, you get 218. 2 times 102, you get 204. When you multiply 2 times this one, you get this. 2 multiplied with this one, you get this. Now we have expanded our question. This is it. This is our final answer. 2ab squared will now give us this. Let's look at another example. Now, this is example 2. We have 2 by 2 square matrix multiplied by another 2 by 2 square matrix. Now the question says, if y is this and z is this, find zy. Don't forget, it is zy we are asked to find in the question. So our z is coming first, multiplied by our y. Solution. And let's write our z. This is our z here, and this is our y here. Don't forget the arrangement in multiplication. Multiplication operation is not commutative. AB is not the same as BA. They are different. Now let's solve this question. Now we have the format, the row against the column, and let's see how to solve that. Here we have 1 multiplied by 2 plus 4 multiplied by minus 1. We have here. And the next one, we move to the next column. We have 1 multiplied by 3 plus 4 multiplied by 0. As simple as that. We are through with that. Let's move to the next row. We have 0 multiplied by 2 plus 3 multiplied by minus 1. Now we are done with that. Move to the next column. 0 multiplied by 3 plus 3 multiplied by 0. So we are through with that. The next thing is to compute this. Now it's obviously 1 times 2 here is 2. Then 4 times minus 1 here is minus 4. That is why we have it here. This guy is 2 and this guy is minus 4. Plus times minus is minus. Sign is very important when we are solving question in algebra. Now we have 1 multiplied by 3. We have 3. 4 multiplied by 0. We have 0. That is why we have 3 here. This one gives us 3. This one is 0. Then to the last row, we have 0 multiplied by 2. 0. 3 times minus 1, we have minus 3. Now plus times minus is minus, that's why we have 0 minus 3 here. 0 multiplied by 3, 0. Plus 3 multiplied by 0 is 0. Finally, 2 minus 1, 2 minus 4, we have minus 2. 3 plus 0, 3. 0 minus 3, minus 3, 0 plus 0, 0. This is our final answer. Let's quickly look at another example again. So I have another example again here. We have 2 by 2 square matrix multiplied by 2 by 3 matrix. This is a rectangular matrix. This is a square matrix. And let's solve this. Firstly, they can multiply each other. This is a question we are asked to solve this. This one, the column of this one is 2, 1, 2. And this one, the row of this one is 2 as well, 1, 2. So which means we can multiply these two matrices together. This one coming first, this one coming next. Now let's look at the solution. Forget, we have our question. This is our question. Now let's solve it. The row against the column, we have 3 multiplied by 2 plus 2 multiplied by 3. We move to the next one. We have 3 multiplied by minus 1 plus 2 multiplied by 1. What we have here. Move to the next one. We have 3 multiplied by 2 plus 2 multiplied by 0. Next one. And we are through with the first row. Let's move to the next row. We have 1 multiplied by 2 plus 1 multiplied by 3. Also have 1 multiplied by minus 1 plus 1 multiplied by 1. Lastly, we have 1 multiplied by 2 plus 1 multiplied by 0. Now let's compute this. Let's solve this. To solve this, we have 3 multiplied by 2, we have 6. 2 times 3, we have 6. So we have 3 multiplied by 2, 6, plus 2 multiplied by 3, 6. For this guy, we have 3 multiplied by minus 1 minus 3 plus 2 times 1, we have 3. 3 times 2, here we have 6, plus 2 times 0, here we have 0. We have 1 multiplied by 2, here we have 2, plus 1 multiplied by 3, here we have 3. We have 1 times 3, 1 times minus 1, minus 1 here. 1 times 1, 1. For this one, 1 times 2, we have 2, plus 1 multiplied by 0, we have 0. Now if we solve this, we are going to get this. Very simple. 6 plus 6, we have 12. Minus 3 plus 2, we have minus 1. 6 plus 0, 6. 2 plus 3, 5. Minus 1 plus 1, 0. 2 plus 0, 2. This is our final answer.
You can see that multiplication of matrix is actually simple and straightforward. You can have 4 by 4 multiplied by another 4 by 4. You can have different order and you multiply them together. Just check if the two matrices are compatible, if the column of the first matrix is the same as the row of the second matrix. I've made a video on that. You can watch that video. We've come to the end of today's video, and if this is your first time of watching my video online and you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe to my channel and like this video. And before I will take my leave, I will want you to solve this simple exercise. We have a question here. Don't just solve it, pick the correct answer and comment the correct answer in the comment section. My next video is going to be on properties of multiplication of matrix. Kindly watch my previous video and watch the next video. Till then, thank you very much. Stay blessed. Bye bye.